Thank you, Chairman. Welcome back to the incredible shrinking Judiciary Committee, Mr. Rosenstein. We used to have a say in circuit court nominees. Now nothing protects them, even having to come from our states. We gave that away. We used to oversee executive privilege claims. Now a witness utters the word privilege and we shrivel up. We gave that away. We used to screen out extremist and unqualified judges. Now it's hard to see any bottom to whom we'll confirm. We gave that away. And we face the danger now that this committee, this historic committee, is going to begin running political investigatory errands. I think facing that risk, it is worth having some assurances about how this is going to be conducted. And I say this based on the experience of looking at the House Intelligence Committee and the Republican side of that committee and its efforts to disparage and interfere with the Mueller campaign. That has not yet been fully investigated. I don't believe that Mueller investigated any linkage between the House Intelligence Committee Republicans' efforts and the White House or their efforts and Trump's lawyers. But I strongly suspect that the House Intelligence Committee Republicans were advised, controlled, or directed by Trump lawyers either in the White House or on the Trump legal team. And that sorry experience, if that is in fact the case, again, investigation would reveal it, but we have had no investigation, should not be replicated in the Senate Judiciary Committee. I hope that we can receive appropriate assurances here that whatever investigation we undertake will not be controlled by the Trump White House and will not be controlled by the Trump campaign. As we pursue this oversight, one other aspect of the incredible shrinking Judiciary Committee is that we used to require the FBI and the Department of Justice to answer our questions. Now we just get ignored. There is a bin someplace at the FBI and the Department of Justice into which our questions get thrown. And Mr. Rosenstein, you were sworn in on February 1st, 2017. As Deputy Attorney General, you resigned from the department on May 11th, 2019. In between those dates, we had hearings on May 2nd, 2017, May 24th, 2017, June 27th, 2017, October 18th, 2017, December 6th, 2017, February 6th, 2018, March 13th, 2018, June 12th, 2018, June 18th, 2018, June 26th, 2018, July 18th, 2018, July 31st, 2018, December 12th, 2018, and May 1st, 2019, with Department of Justice witnesses, and none of the committee's questions for the record were answered. Ever. None. Can you explain why that took place, Mr. Rosenstein, under your watch? Where was the policy not to answer this committee's questions? Did it come from you? Did it come from the Attorney General? Did it come from the White House? Did it come from OMB? Why were QFRs never answered? Where was that policy founded?
Senator, I recall answering some correspondence.
Letters are a whole separate issue. Got a whole separate case on those, but I'm focusing now on committee questions for the record. Why not? Where's the policy from? Who told you not to answer these questions? Where did that come from? Where is that in the department?
I know that I testified in my confirmation hearing, which would have been in March of 2017, and I answered questions for the record, I believe, and following, including there may have been some from you after that hearing.
These are all the ones I listed, and in all of them, no questions for the record were answered. That's a lot of hearings with no questions for the record answered. Where did that come from?
I don't believe that I testified at any of those hearings, Senator, so it's just not.
No, I'm thinking that there's a policy at the Department of Justice not to answer committee QFRs. That's the only explanation, unless you think it's a coincidence that in all those hearings, no QFRs got answered. Something's up, and it makes me really frustrated, and we sent a letter to Chairman Graham, all of us, on February 11th about this, of this year, because it has gotten so frustrating that there is a policy somewhere in this administration not to answer committee QFRs. And now we can't even get a QFR answered. Now, to the clear blue sky, the first thing we're investigating is the exact thing that the Trump campaign wants us to investigate. The only time we ask for anything from this department is when it's a political errand. And every other time, you can't even get a decent QFR answered. Ever. And I can go through the letters that I haven't gotten any answer to either. But there is a stonewall, and we should not be selective about whose information gets through the stonewall at the department. And this, Mr. Rosenstein, happened on your watch. My time is up.
Senator Whitehouse, Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, may I ask a QFR
Yes, you may.
as to what the heck is going on with our non-response to QFRs? That one may go in the bin at the Department of Justice as well with all the others that never get answered. But the day will come
I agree.
when there is a Democrat Department of Justice and Attorney General. The day will come when there is a Democrat sitting in that chair, and a policy that you don't ever get QFRs answered by the department that we oversee is not a good policy. It is someone's policy, and I want it stopped.